So hi, welcome to another video, and today we're going to make the world's lightest mouse. We're going to take this 23 gram M1K and we're going to make it 15 grams. This is a carbon fibre mouse. I've done a full teardown. If you want to see how to take it apart, I'll put a link in the description for that. But today I'm just going to show you how we modded it to get the additional weight out. Now, if you're not familiar with my channel, I'll give you all the game statistics and data to give you the competitive edge over other gamers. There's plenty of videos on latency as well as switches, things like that. If you're interested in different mice and configurations, this is the channel to definitely check out. So you might think there's not much to this mouse, but we're going to take out about 40% of the weight here, which is pretty impressive given its size. This is obviously gone because it doesn't have a scroll wheel, it doesn't have any side buttons. This is a fingertip mouse. I'll put a link in the description if you want to buy one. These are handmade in the full carbon fibre. I've done a review on it as well. Again, link in the description. You see that I stream these on Twitch, so if you want to see some of these live, come and follow me there, Bearded Bob. So we start off here by trimming out the base. It's quite a bit of work on the base here to do, and you'll think this is quite flimsy, but you'll see once this is all together, it's still quite a solid mouse, and this is where most of the weight is going to be on this anyway. Now, this kind of mod's not for everybody. Here I'm giving you an example of what you could do. I probably wouldn't do this to this mouse unless you want to go extremely light. 23 grams is already crazy light, so getting it down to 15 grams is just outrageous. At the end of this also, I'll show you some gameplay with me using it. It's a little bit tricky, but I'll give you an idea of how twitchy this thing is. We're going to do a bit of work here. This is an e-file that I'm using to get all this material out. We're going to weight each part. I'll put the stock weight in it as well, what it was originally. And then we'll see the modification weight, so you can do this yourself if you're interested. M1K we're also doing some 3D printed bases at the time when I did this, when we were chatting. They did send me a few out, which we did on the stream and showed them off, so you might be able to get your own 3D printed base from them if you need it, rather than sitting here and drilling your expensive mouse here like I did. This mod is definitely taking the base to the limits here of what you can do. You can see we've trimmed out pretty much all of it. It's insane the amount that comes out of this base. Just going to do a bit of a test fit here against the carbon fibre shell, just making sure it still fits. We haven't trimmed anything off too much. Check the PCB as well, just make sure we're still holding it together, no issues. So I'm just trimming off what is on this PCB, and this PCB is beautiful. This is a really nice PCB here. I love this custom PCB, but I'm still destroying it a little bit by taking out some of the additional weight. There's not much you can take out, it's well optimized. There's a little bit we can shave off, there always is. And we're just checking out the carbon fibre shell. What we're going to do is trim out some little notches in the corners here that I drill out, and then we're going to trim the shell to fit my hand. You'll see I'll measure it here with a white chalk pen, and that's so I can make sure that I take out only the bits where my fingers won't be, because there's not much space here to make a mistake. You might want to do this if you're interested. Just make sure you leave some shell to hold on to, because this really is a lightweight shell once this is finished. This is taking weight reduction to the maximum here. I do feel bad for breaking up this carbon fibre shell because I really do like the texture. I know these take quite a lot of effort. I also put some gloves on later on, and I'm wearing a mask because the dust here is just ridiculous. So be very careful when you're doing this. I wouldn't recommend it, like I said. There's a little bit of flex in the shell, but once it goes back on the base, it all firms up. And this is carbon fibre after all. It is very strong. It needs to be when you're cutting this much out of it. Shows you how resilient this is though. The last bit, there's still a little bit of weight we can take out. We can take some out of the buttons themselves. I know, like we said, we took out the most you can out of this. I don't think there's any more weight that I could take out of this. So I'm just checking where I can take some additional weight where my fingers will be on the buttons, and then we'll give it a quick test. I wish we saw more mice made with carbon fibre. I love this shell. I did nearly cry when I cut it up, which would be a first. Normally I don't care. If you want to see more weight reduction videos, there's plenty on this channel. Go and check them out. There's especially a nice cheaper wireless super light that I've done recently. Just tidying up the shell now with the file, getting any sharp bits off. Don't want to cut your hands while you're gaming. And then we're going to give it this test. So I'm just going to put it back together. Doesn't take very long. You have to push all the pins back through the front of the shell. If you're interested, check the teardown out. It's a bit more detailed. I'm just speeding through it here. This is more about the weight reduction. Put the little hyperglide dots back on. We're ready to rock. I mean, there isn't much left of this, but surprisingly it's still pretty strong and it still functions perfectly well. It is purely for fingertip, which isn't my grip. Final weight, 15 grams. This is one light mouse. In fact, let me know if there's anything lighter. I think this is the lightest gaming mouse out there. So we're playing Call of Duty here, giving it a bit of a spin. Getting user sensitivity is difficult. You'll see I miss loads of shots. That's because it's so fast. It's even on a Helios pad. It's just crazy fast. So I wasn't expecting to do much here because I've just come from a 60 gram G Pro wireless. I mean, that thing's light anyway, but this thing is just insane. So I'll leave you this gameplay. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I've got loads of weight reduction ones on other mice, which you might be more used to. Or any modification like changing switches as well. I'll catch you later. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.